All right, we're on the move now. I've got the baby stroller going on. We're walking around, walking and talking. This is Pandora's Deck Box. No, this is Eat, Ship, and Die. It's a vlog about Pandora's Deck Box. What's that? It's a LGS. You can use the code Eat, Ship, and Die to save 5% on your first order. If you haven't done that already, you can scan that QR code. That works too. We're strolling. We got a baby. You can't. Just trust me, there's a baby, all right? Every week, I'm Adam, and he's got a wife, Alex. Every week we talk about the news and we talk about the business, keep you informed on what's going on. This looks bouncy, but I promise it's way less bouncy than what I had. It was really bad before. This is fine, comparatively, all right? You're gonna be okay. Magic news. There's a new Sam's Club bundle. It's $49.99, I think. 49, no, it's like some weird number. It's like $49.87 or some shit. There's crows all around me. This is wild. What a terrible idea. I'm going into a park. I'm gonna talk to myself like a maniac. Jesus Christ, Adam, what a terrible idea. Anyway, if you can get the Duskmorn Precon, what am I talking about? The Endless Punishment one, it's a pretty good deal. Get that one. It's a good money. You get 3 packs in a promo. Editor Adam put it on the screen. Maybe I did, I don't know. Now we're on like a cobblestone path. We'll see if that translates into the video or not. Anyway, that's it for Magic. I don't know, there hasn't been a lot of news. We're in this lull between Spider-Man. Spider-Man gift bundles showed up at Distro. We placed 1 million orders for that. You know how it is. We'll see what we get. The pre-order window closed for Avatar. So that's dunzo. I don't know, it's weird. It ended before Spider-Man pre-order window. I don't get it. Pokemon news. I'm a little out of breath. I don't know, it's walking. I'm a big fat guy. Walking is a challenge. In Magic news, that's all we have. We busy, all right? When you're busy, you can't pay attention to the news all the time, all right? You're not at home watching YouTube videos. I'm just regurgitating shit I already saw anyway. You could have seen this on Rudy's channel or Pokeyenny or so, Pokemon news. It's very light as well. The only thing that we really have to report is that Mega Symphonia, the Mega sets came out in Japan. They came out in Japan. I feel like this is a terrible idea. It's okay though. There's no kids at the park. I should probably swing the bin bin. You would probably like that. Maybe we'll do that in a bit. I just need to talk for a minute. I gotta tell you all about this Japanese Mega Symphonia. Mega Brave. Anyway, it came out in Japan and it was expensive, as all the new Pokemon sets are, and it's come down a little bit. I think we asked our guy, it was like $66 before shipping, so it might be like $75 after shipping. You know, it's selling for like 80 to 90 bucks. There's a tiny bit of margin there, but some people really want it. So I think we're gonna place an order. There's a big issue with tariffs coming. The de minimis loophole was, or exception, whatever you wanna call it, is being removed at the end of August 29th. Oh my God, smooth ground. It's still bouncing like a bastard, but we're no longer on gravel. That's nice. De minimis, going away, end of August. So we're gonna try to put in, and if you don't know what de minimis is, it's orders under 800 bucks. They didn't have tariffs applied because it's a small order, doesn't matter. That's going away. So now we're gonna try to place a bunch of orders for 800 bucks or less. And it's 800 per day, so you can do one a day. I think if you make it like right at 800 every day, you're probably gonna get in trouble. I don't know how it works. And there's like a question of whether or not that's actually gonna go into effect, because the amount of manual labor to add, to scan and process and tariff every single order, from $0 to $800, including all those stuff above it, is like more than they can process. Pokeyenny Brian did a video about it. Go check that out. Anyway, that's the plan with Japan. I'm a poet and I didn't realize I was rhyming those words. We need to buy a bunch of it. All right, business news. We filed our first police report on behalf of the business. We had a chargeback scam a little while ago, June. It was a Destin Rivals booster box. We were stupid. It came up as medium risk for a chargeback, which usually means you're kind of fine. But in this case, medium risk was apparently a high risk. Because they did a chargeback. We should have looked. After the fact, we looked. We saw, oh God, we've entered the grass. All right, hold on. We're back on at least dirt now. Hold on, it'll stop bouncing. We looked at the addresses and they didn't match. He lives in Kansas or something. The address to ship to was New York. Looked into the New York address and it was like clearly just like a forwarder. There's not a real person that lives there. Yeah, so we disputed the chargeback and we waited for months for the bank to decide whether or not we were right or they were right. And of course the bank said, customer's always right, store's always wrong. We had evidence. Here's how we know it's a legit product. Here's the delivery. Here's all the had signature confirmation, so like somebody had to sign for it. Wasn't lost. He just marked it as fraudulent. Fuck off. Anyway, so that sucked. That came back last week as the bank favoring their stupid bullshit scam. So we went to the cops. We called their cops first, and they said, nah, you're the victim there. You need to call your cops. And then if they reach out to us, we'll do, collaboration work. So we submitted a report. Going to the detective. I don't know. Nothing will happen. It was $250. It apparently needs to be like $1,200 for them to really give a shit. So we'll keep that in mind. But maybe if anything happens with it, I'll let you know. That'll be fun. Everybody loves justice, and maybe we'll get some someday. Speaking of justice and shitty people, we had 2 people come in. All right, I'm gonna sound like the bad guy when I describe them this way. They were manual laborers, all right, landscape people. They had just gotten off a job. They're very, very, very well worn. Heavy played, if we were gonna condition them in a card sense. They were a little smelly. It's fine, whatever. They weren't obscenely offensive or filthy, but they were a little gross. Doesn't matter. For the story, they came in. They bought some stuff. They were pretty jovial, decent people, I think. And they wanted to play some Magic. They wanted to play some Commander. So I'm like, all right, play space. People are in there now having a game, but if you wait, they'll open up. You can join their pod, whatever. They did that. Alex showed up with the baby, and we're like, hey, can I have a hand? Because I had to park really far away. It's not really far. It's a parking lot, right? Should have parked over there. So it's inconvenient. I went out, I figured out why. They had parked their landscaping truck, lines this way. Their truck was not in the right spot, okay? They were parking in 3 spots. So I went back in, I took the baby. I have a video. I'll inject the video. You decide if I was weird and passive aggressive. I was just trying to get the point across quickly. I was like, hey, do you have a truck? Is that your truck? Can you put it in a spot so that it's not three spots? And as I was leaving, they're like, yeah, we just have limited spaces. It'd be very helpful if you could go move your truck. They stormed out of the building, all pissy, super offended, and I didn't understand why, but whatever, that's their prerogative. Then they leave us a 2-star review on Google. Rude owners, that's all they said. So that was frustrating. Here's the thing. I don't think we're actually a 5-star place. Like, we do a good job with pricing and we try to be really happy and as much as, we're trying to be like a reasonable consumer experience. We're trying to be nice, but our play space is kind of shit. It's in a small building. There's not enough room. The walls, they need painted. They need desperate help. The whole building is old. Nothing is perfect. The carpet is ancient. Hello. But I don't think we're a 2-star place. I think we could generously be a 4-star place, right? Anyway, this is a walking path and there's people around that aren't just me. And I don't know, I think I'm freaking them out a little bit talking to myself. Like, we're a 3 to 4-star place. But the whole idea of 5 stars, if you're less than a 5 stars, you're a failure. And it's got a lot of Uber connotations. And back when YouTube allowed ratings, whatever. There's a whole discussion of whether or not 5 stars is a meaningful, useful piece of information when you go into a place. Usually it's like, do you recommend the place or not? That's more useful. Because if you have a 4.5 stars, you're like a piece of shit. And this guy came in with his 2 stars. And that put us to a 4.7. We only had like 15 reviews on Google. They're all 5. They like people that liked us. If you like us, you need to give us a 5-star. You don't have to, okay? I'm just saying. That's what had happened. This 2-star came in, gave us a 4.7. Looked bad. Was upset about it. 2 stars, unacceptable. So I replied to his comment. I said, hey man, I kindly asked you to move your truck. I'm sorry, it seemed rude, but you were parked in 3 spots. You're parked sideways across 3 spots, right in front of the door. This is the door. There's a little bit of a parking spot right in front of the door. You took up all that. And then you also stormed off like a crazy person. So, I don't know. I think that's a fair response. And then I was bummed about it. Our score went down a lot. We only had a few reviews. So I sent an email blast. It was like, hey, give us a review. You don't have to, but here's a freebie. You get the email. If you just mention the word review in the order instructions, I'll give you a freebie. You don't actually have to leave a review. I hate places that make you give them a 5-star and they give you a free item. It's pretty bullshit. It's like borderline illegal. Don't do that. But I said, you know, if you mention this email, regardless of your review, I'll give you a gift. And we got like, I don't know, 20 to 30 new reviews. They're all 5 stars. Again, that's bullshit. We're not 5 stars, but I appreciate it. Everybody that helped there, that was great. He then updates his review from 2 stars to 1 star and says, oh, 20 of the last 30 of these reviews are from the single day trying to bury my review. Just admit that you were wrong and rude. So he says, I was not parked in 3 spaces. That's false. I had to park there because my truck is too long to fit in 1 spot. So these 2 statements are already like conflicting, right? You admit that you parked like a dumbass, and to fit a full length construction truck, landscaping truck, you're gonna park sideways in only 2 spots? Anyway, doesn't matter. Logistics of that conversation was insanity. And I'm upset about it. He updated it to a 1 star. And then I had to pull the footage. So here's the footage. You tell me if I was being rude.
Oh, land for carriage, $4 to $5. Sorry.
Is that your truck? Can you park like in a spot?
There's another dude parked like that.
What? Are you the one that's right here?
There was a Tundra and a Ford. The Ford is mine.
I know what you're doing.
Not the one with all the landscapes.
Do we have you?
No, that one was mine.
That was you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah, there was something. Oh, just because we only have limited spots. All right, was that rude? It feels like, with hindsight, I could see how it came off as rude, especially if you've never been there before. You don't know my demeanor. I'm kind of upfront and in your face. That could be me. I don't know. I'm thinking into it too much. Doesn't matter. That's the drama of the week. Other than the chargeback scam, those were the negatives, right? The rest of the week was great. We had a great turnout. On Sunday, we did Modern Horizons 3 pre-release, re-release kits. A huge turnout, 12 people, biggest yet. And it was $50 a kit. That's insane. I thought for sure it was gonna be too expensive for anybody to want to do it. It's really sweaty out here. And Benny says that he's almost cooked. We did $100,000 in the last 30 days. Actually like $105,000. We were aiming, like I said a few weeks ago, we hit 83,000. And if we keep up 83,000 a month, that's $1 million a year. So now we're like well over that, and that feels crazy to me. But that's how it's going. It's going pretty well. Excited by good business stuff. What's going on next week? So next week's week 52. We're gonna have an end of year, 1 year wrap up kind of video. We'll get Alex in here too. I think she has the day off or something. So she's gonna be with us, and we're gonna talk about the business recap. What do we learn? What are we gonna do different next year? How do we improve? How do we grow? Do we grow? Do we just kind of chill out and coast for a while? We've been doing a lot of this churning at distribution level to try and make, good stuff happen. Trying to make good reputation. I don't know. We want them to see that we're in this seriously. So we spent a bunch of money in the last few months with their 3 distributors. We're still waiting on Magazine Exchange and GTS. Neither of those have let us in yet, but we've got everybody else. We've collected 4 distributors, and we're trying to churn spend. So That's been working. Do we keep doing that? Do we just kind of chill? I don't know. I'm tempted to chill. We've definitely reached capacity, like logistically, on shipping things and intake, outtake. The size of our inventory space is basically capped. So, Benny says, wow. Hi, Benny. That's mostly it. We're also looking at Alibaba to try and get, last year, one of our big hits, like kicked us off, was advent calendars for the holidays. You get no duplicates, a pack per day for 24 days. You could also do a littler kit, 8 kit, 12 pack kit. And we're gonna try to do that with custom packaging this year with like little rippable, sections, you know what I mean? Like the Target mystery kits. I don't know if you've seen those, but they have, this boy wants to burn his eyes out. I put his thing down and keeps lifting it up. Anyway, hopefully we can get those custom things ordered in time. I really should have wore sunglasses. But I don't know. It's mid-August. It takes a few months for anything to come from China. We don't know how tariffs are gonna be. Changes every day, so who knows. I'm approaching the end of the walk. I'm going to inject the die roll here at the end. I'm not at home. I don't know if you noticed that. This is not the inside of a building. This is the exterior of a building. How was your week? Sorry, it's been all about me, huh? Why don't you let us know in the comments? And was I rude? Was I rude? Did I deserve 1 star? Oh, the culmination of that story. Sorry, these are a little shitty. This is like our packing video that was awful. The culmination was he deleted his review, or Google deleted his review. I don't know which. Somehow his review's gone. We're back to 5 stars. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. Somehow it went away. This guy's weird. You can't please everybody all the time. And I'd heard that. It's a stupid idea to try to make everybody happy, but this guy felt like just a total dick. And I think that's part of it, It's a good experience, I guess. Preps us for other assholes in the future. Hope you had a good time watching this, why are you watching this? This is insane. Ramblings of a psycho. All right, die roll coming up. Hey, I'm here. I changed my shirt. It was too sweaty, so now I'm here with you. I'm gonna roll the die. We're gonna know fate for the week. It's not tungsten, so who knows if it's real. But hey, if you've been watching, and thanks again. I said it in the walking video, but I appreciate you. And if you're on the Patreon, don't do that. That's silly. We try to make products. You get it maybe at distro prices or a little bit more. It's a secret. All right, here we go. Rolling the die. It's a 5. Hey, wait, can you even see that? How do you see? Wait. Guys, it's a 5. Just trust me, okay? It's a 5. Goodbye.